All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakak Kodashim. We give double honors to my apostle and elders, great millstone, who teach very well while let the truth from and sanitation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push his word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. And on today, man, just basically getting on prophecy, man. Because Esau kingdom is falling apart, right before our eyes. Now, as we can see, it says Trump says Illinois governor and Chicago mayor should be jailed as they oppose guard deployment. And it's just showing you that this is an upcoming civil war brewing up right before your eyes, man. And really it's biblical prophecy. Let's go ahead and start off right here in the book of St. Matthew 12, and I'm going to start at verse 26. It says, "And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?" Because you have to realize, man, this is a heavy thing that's going on in prophecy, man. This beast system is actually falling apart within itself, man. No matter if it's a mayor that's black or white, no matter if it's a mayor that's Chinese or German, man. Ultimately, the Lord got this place set up to crumble within itself, and it's happening right before our eyes. That's why it says, "How then shall this kingdom stand?" Because it's an order that came up from on top to send a National Guard to Chicago. But these niggas is bucking up from the guys on top, telling you that it's only going to lead into worse situations, man. Whether it be people, total anarchy, busting out in the midst of the streets, or whether it be just, Esau taking out the mayor. We don't know how it's going to play out, but we know it's going to play out how the Lord wanted to play out, man. Let's go ahead and continue on. "And if I, Beelzebub, cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore they shall be your judges. But if I cast out devils by the Spirit of the Most High, then the kingdom of the Most High is come unto you." And that's it, man, because this kingdom is really getting taken down, is really getting broken down by the words that we're speaking, man. Not by, these different gimmicks that these people push forth, but at the same time, saying he's divided against himself, man. And let's go ahead and read a little bit more of this article. It says, "Trump says Illinois governor and Chicago mayor should be jailed as they oppose guard deployment." Yes, and ultimately, again, they bucked up against the orders that were sent from on top. It says, "President Donald Trump on Wednesday said Illinois governor and Chicago mayor should be mayor as they oppose his deployment of National Guard troops for his immigration and crime crackdown in the national third largest city." The officials said they would not be deterred. Go ahead and read a little bit more. "The Republican president made the comment in a social media post, the latest example of his brazen calls for his Democratic opponents to be persecuted or locked up." And again, the Democratic is just a excuse for Israel, because the Democrats supposed to be the black vote, quote unquote. And so why the quote unquote Democratic people that you're locking up is a whole bunch of ICE and black people, homeless black folks, man. Telling you that this devil is really fulfilling what he's finna get ready to fulfill, Revelation 12:12, coming down and having great wrath, because he knew what they had but a short time. That's why he's trying to persecute and lock up the elect, because he knows that his kingdom is falling. A break from long-time norms, as the Justice Department traditionally have strived to maintain its independence from the White House. Let's go ahead and jump down right here. It says Johnson, in a post on X, said this is not the first time Trump has tried to have a black man unjustly arrested. "I'm not going anywhere." Now, if I'm not mistaken, the mayor before him was probably a black woman. She looked like, I think her name was Littlefoot or something like that. But at the same time, What's the coincidence? Why you bringing black and white into this thing? Because you know that his eyes are clearly against a certain type of people. Because even once you go to how they did the DC rings, they didn't go into the suburbs. They ain't going to the crack and meth labs that's out there in the country. The crack houses that's out there in the suburban neighborhoods. No, they went to urban neighborhoods, man, where black Latinos and Native Americans dwell. You know? And even though they saying it's the Democratic vote, their eyes is really specifically towards a certain people. Let's go right here in Psalms 10, and let's start at verse 9. Let's start at verse 8. Salaki. It says, He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. And that's how you know during this immigration thing that's going on, why they're not getting the Chinese or the Arabs. Don't they have weapons of mass destruction in the Middle East? Why are you going after the, northern tribe, the Colombians, the Mexicans, and the Nicaraguans? They niggas, but at the same time, they're not doing the type of damage that these heathens are doing, man. Where they're not damaging the northern tribe, where they're damaging the northern tribe more than the damage that's going into these heathens. Because these heathens, they got rub and tug shops and things like that that's going on that's very illegal. But at the same time, why are you going against the poor? Continuing on, he lied and wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lied and wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draw him into his den. And how Esau drawed you into his den was the American dream. A lot of these so-called Mexicans came over here and thought that this American lifestyle was going to be love and peace and happiness, not knowing that you was really bringing your children up to the murderer. Because the main thing that he's doing is separating families right now, man, which shows you what he's trying to do. Let's go ahead and get right here. This is the book of Psalm 64, and I'm going to start at verse 1. Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Why? Because the enemy is finna get ready to show his horns. The so-called white man is not going to be your friendly neighborhood neighbor anymore. So-called white man is finna be the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And we can slowly but surely seeing it opening up in the form of Trump. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Yes, the ICE program, and there's plenty of other things that these devils have set up, man. They have laws set up, the insurrection law, to try to stop us from really pushing forth this word too, man. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter worse through the laws and legislations, YouTube guidelines. But again, the insurrection law, man, look that up. These devils are finna get ready to make their move because they know that they have but a short time. It says that they may shoot at secret in the perfect, the nation of Israel, the elect at that. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an even manner, the commune of lying slayers privily. They say, who shall see them? Yes, because they setting up snares. They trying to set up snares. They're thinking that we're going to fall in it, not knowing that you're going to do nothing but fulfill prophecy, man. Because again, this is a snare right here. Don't you think that this guy is not upon the elite he don't get no direct deposit once a week from the elites. No, man. He is on their payroll. And the reason why he's doing this and pushing forth this certain narrative, for what? For this guy to come down having great rap. Now, let's read this again. Johnson, in a post on X, said, this is not the first time Trump has tried to have a black man unjustly arrested. I'm not going anywhere. Prick Zerk also on X said, I will not back down on Trump is now calling for the arrest of elected representative, checking his power. What else is left on the path of full-blown authoritarianism. So again, this guy, he's really coming into a draconian state. And the reason why he's coming to this draconian state is because he's trying to push forth his NWO, this New World Order, man. And guess how this New World Order is going to start off with? People getting sea-hipped, getting jabbed up, people getting put in distress. Order out KO, order out of chaos. He bring destruction, he bring chaos, but he's also going to be the same one that brings on that quote-unquote solution. And that quote-unquote solution is going to be what? That sea-hip. So yeah, I just pray this video is edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give that honor to my apostle, Ellis Great Millstone, and Shalom.